ones facing our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the grunts and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh!
Welcome to Oh and One More Thing, a podcast where two longtime friends try to figure out what the heck is going on with this crazy thing called middle age.
It's a mix of stories of how we navigate our lives and maybe some questionable advice.
Some days we're wise, other days we're just trying to remember where the heck we left our phone.
So join us as we laugh, groan, and maybe even learn a little something about surviving in the second half of life. Oh, and one more thing.
Hello, I'm Brian. Welcome to Oh and One More Thing.
Hi, I'm Rob. Hey, how goes it today, buddy?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, what's new with you?
Oh, everything's new. Every day is a new day, Rob.
Yes, it is.
The sun comes up. Mm-hmm. I wake up bright and shiny and ready to tackle the day and walk to my office 10 feet away and sit down.
What kind of BS you selling today? That is so not you.
Remember back in the Surviving Technology podcast, we talked about the Oura Ring?
I do remember that, yes.
So I looked it up a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of expensive, and I seriously doubt I'm going to get it. Okay. So a while back, my family and I, we were at the Minneapolis farmers market.
There you go.
And instead of the Oura Ring, I brought a mood ring.
Oh, get out.
And I'm wearing it right now.
Wait, what does it mean when it's purple?
Well, you want to know the meaning of the colors?
Do you have that?
So the mood ring doesn't actually work with sensing emotions.
Okay.
You know that?
Okay.
Come on.
What does
when
it
I was
do?
a kid, I always thought it was real.
Right.
But they do change color based on temperature, not your mood.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right. So it has no idea what mood you're in.
Oh, well, they correlate the moods with temperature. So if you are happier, you tend to be a warmer person, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yep.
And that's what happens.
Okay. So what color is it now? What does it mean?
Right now, it's violet.
Yeah, purple. Yeah.
Oh, guess what it means?
I don't know.
Very happy, love, passionate romance.
Oh, okay.
I am so romantic.
I'm going to pause you at the romance part right now, but I get the happy part because we're doing our podcast.
Right.
Yes.
I'm always happy.
Right. I like it.
But I've only seen purple, blue, and green.
Sure. So compared to the price of the Oura Ring, I'm guessing there's a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, like hundreds of dollars. I paid $10 for this.
Well, there you go. You get what you pay for, buddy.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Oh, that's good. Hey, did you know that I previously worked as a security guard?
No.
Yeah. My boss told me that as a security guard, it was my job to watch The Office. Yeah, I'm on season 6, but I'm not really sure what it's got to do with security.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
I know, that's kind of lame.
But it was funny.
It was funny. Yeah.
So I thought we would talk about, what it's like to be in middle age.
Okay.
So I Googled a day in the life of the middle-aged man.
You did.
And what I got was kind of funny and frankly, really generic.
Well,
so do you want to talk about it?
Well, yeah, we should absolutely talk about it. But it was this more just, did you just a generic middle-aged man, or did you just specify like us?
Well, I don't know how to specify us. So
true.
sadly,
Okay.
It's just a generic middle-aged man.
Let's go with it.
Okay, so to give my Google voice will be a little bit different than my voice. So
Okay, I'm with you.
Typical day in the middle-aged man might involve waking up, commuting to work, spending a day at his profession, returning home, possibly engaging in hobbies and family time, and then winding down for the evening.
Okay, first off, this Google voice is very schmarmy, so that scares me.
Isn't Google schmarmy to begin with?
It is a little schmarmy, but this isn't the life of almost every person in the world. I mean,
right? It's so lame.
Yeah.
Okay.
It cannot be more generic. Okay.
Then it goes on to say, he wakes up likely around 6:30 or 7 a.m. and gets ready for the day.
Okay.
First of all, how does Google know when I get up?
It doesn't. I get up at 5:25 every day. It has no idea.
It has no idea. But however, Alexa is listening.
They are.
And maybe they're figuring it out.
Yeah. Go back to our technology podcast. Embrace the cloud, Brian.
Embrace somebody. Something. I meant to say something.
Something.
He might have coffee and breakfast, perhaps a quick bowl of oatmeal. Ugh. Gross.
Oatmeal.
I hate oatmeal.
Well, I don't mind it. My wife loves it, but
I hate it. It's so mushy.
It's slimy. Yeah.
And guess what I also heard, because I believe everything that I hear, is that you're not supposed to eat oats.
Why?
It's actually meant to fatten up horses.
Oh.
So I don't want to eat it.
So
Because I have enough rolls.
Well, yes,
I have spring rolls.
I was say if you're trying to watch what you eat, oatmeal would not be the. And the problem with oatmeal is I have to put a ton of cinnamon and sugar on it anyway.
Right, so that you're defeating whatever health benefit might come from
So
oatmeal.
you're telling me I'm already doubling up on the tripling up option is
Don't eat oatmeal.
don't eat oatmeal. Yeah.
But coffee, I would, all day long.
Coffee good. Yeah.
Then he heads out the door, either driving or taking public transit to his workplace in a nearby town or city.
Yeah. Google has no idea who I am.
Has no idea.
No.
I mean, this is so lame.
Yeah, because you don't go anywhere, and I have to drive 40 minutes.
Right. You'd think.
Yeah.
One would think that Google by this time might know I work at home.
Well, you think, right? Yeah.
Right? I mean, I talk about it on the podcast, and they're copying what we say.
Absolutely. And it has to know your location. Like, you never leave your house.
Right.
It has to know.
I know, like, Life 360, the app I have on my phone, knows that I never leave the house.
Never leave. Just recording this podcast is the one time a week you get out of the house.
Hey, I go out for coffee.
That is true. Three times a week you get out of the house.
2 times a week, and then one time here. I get out 3 times a week.
And all of them are within 2 miles of your house.
Okay, but the construction in town?
Right.
I had to freaking drive all the way around town just to get to your house.
Did you try coming down the county road that's closed right now?
No, I knew it was closed.
So here's the deal. So, we have a boat.
Yeah.
We'll talk about later. We talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. But it's 2 minutes from our house, but the road to get to it is now closed because they're building a roundabout. It's going to take me 20 minutes to go 2 minutes to get my boat.
Yeah, that's not right.
I literally have to drive 2 towns over to go around the detour because the little dirt road cut off that I was going to take.
Yeah, what happened with that?
They closed it. No. Yes, because my wife drove past it yesterday because she missed her turn and she's like, darn, I'm on the detour. So she went that way and it's like, oh yeah, they put like actual cement barriers up so you cannot take the detour.
Oh, so you can't even try it.
It's not just a sign that says road closed. They put cement barriers up. That sucker's closed.
You're in trouble now.
Man, clearly I wasn't the only one with that idea. Okay. All right, what else does Google have?
Well, it says after work, he might commute back home or perhaps stay in the city for meetings and errands. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, kill me now.
Especially that voice. Oh my gosh, Google.
Isn't that a great voice? That's my voice. Google voice, everybody.
Okay, so
that topic really sucks.
Yeah, that sucked, dude.
Now what are we going to talk about?
Yes, something else is I can't take it anymore. So how do we make middle life more fun?
I don't know.
I think that should be our topic for today.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and instead of a bucket list, I think we should make a living list.
Oh.
Yeah, because it focuses on the present and being present.
Oh, I like that. That's something you probably need to do a lot better at.
Yes, I think all of us do. So we need to embrace our new experiences. So what's your living list, Brian? Hey, this is Rob. I wanted to take a moment to talk about Spring Green. I've been using them since 2007. They provide fertilizer, weed control, lawn insect control, and core aeration services for my lawn. They also spray for mosquitoes, which is huge in Minnesota, and new later this year, liquid aerations and home pest control. They're a locally owned and operated company, super easy to get a hold of and work with. They'll give you the attention and service that you deserve. Visit their website at spring-green.com for a price quote specific to your property and to sign up for service. You can even register for autopay or prepay to save a little bit of cash right there on the website, or shoot them a message with any questions. That's spring-green.com, spring-green.com.
Okay, we're back. That was a little mention from our sponsor, Spring Green, and we want to talk about a living list. Mm-hmm. So I know you asked me about mine, but I'll get into that, but I want to hear about yours first.
Yeah, I don't really have a list per se. I have some things that I'd like to do, like especially right now. I'd like to spend more time with family, with the kids and the grandkids.
Yeah, you got the grandkids, so that's fun.
Grandkid solo, but I'm sure there's more on the way. But the kids, both we have 4 kids between the 2 of us, and 2 of them are much older. Obviously, we have grandkids, and then 2 are younger. And the younger ones are looking for the first apartment on their own, so that's very exciting.
Yeah,
so
how's that going?
Good. They're still in the research phase, so putting applications in a couple places, but they're still working on that. So
okay.
But I like to spend more time with them as they not kind of get out of the house. Love my kids. Get the heck out of the house. It's time. You're old enough. Go away. But come back and visit once in a while.
Yeah, see, you're pushing them out, and now you're like, hey, come back. Come on.
Let's do dinner sometime.
I'll make you dinner.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And then there is, we are at that age where there is a little bit of retirement on the horizon.
Yeah, retirement. I'm looking for a little closer than you are to retirement.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I have a few more years. In fact, this last week at work, so I own a lawn care company. Spring Green.
You do?
And I do, and it's a franchise.
How did I not know that you didn't? You ran a Spring Green company.
It hasn't been obvious.
It has nothing to do with who our sponsor is.
Not at all. And so every 10 years, we have to renew our franchise agreement. And this week, I signed the letter of intent to renew my franchise agreement. So it's official.
All right.
10 more years. But after that, that's probably going to be it. So, yeah. I don't have the applause thing potted up. I can't applause. I'd apply. Oh, here it is. Here we go.
There. Okay.
I had to find it.
There you go.
It's hard when you produce and talk at the same time.
Well, it's hard for me to talk.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So we did that. So that's very exciting. And then the question at that point becomes, how do you stay busy in retirement?
oh, there's plenty of things to do.
Well, that scares me a little bit because
My kids say I'm going to wear a hole in the floor from pacing back and forth.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I do it now.
Yeah.
Where if something on TV that I don't want to watch, whatever, my mind's going racing, whatever it is,
Right.
I will just walk from one end of the house back and forth. And this happens regularly.
And this is when you have a job.
And I have a job.
Yeah. What's going to happen when you don't have a job?
There'll be a groove in the floor.
There will be yeah. I think we might have to go from a weekly to a daily podcast.
Okay, well, we'll wait for that because it takes me a long time to write this stuff.
It's true. It's true. But you got a few years to get better at it. So I'm just
Years.
I'm just setting
Oh
the
my gosh.
expectation now.
People, he's jotting me down for years to come. I'm booked.
You're right. Got you on the calendar. All right. So that's me. What else?
Well, I got some ideas
Okay.
that I thought we could talk about here because there's lots of crazy things that I think would be really fun.
Okay.
Have you ever gone whitewater rafting?
I have not.
So that was always on my living list,
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to do it, right? But I was younger when I made that list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm not so sure because they tip over and then you're in the water and I'm nervous.
And there's like rocks and things.
And there's you wear a helmet.
Yeah. Well. Great. Can't feel my arm, but my head's still in.
I broke some bones.
Right. Yeah.
But I haven't done it.
Yeah, I'm watching on TV. It looks like a great time.
Yeah.
I
got to try a smaller river first.
Yeah, or a bigger boat, or
No, I don't know. Isn't it the kind that have like 8 to 10 people in it?
sure. Would tubing down the upper river be considered whitewater rafting?
I think that's a little slow.
There's also a lot more drinking involved.
Yeah.
So
And I don't want to be in that water.
no, yeah, oh, there's that. Yeah. Now, I would tell you, back in so I grew up going to YMCA camps all the time, and one of our camps is in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And the lake is at the start of the Apple River.
Okay.
So
I know where that is.
So one year we at our little cabin, we decided to take a 2-day trip, and we canoed all the way down the Apple River, which winds up in the St. Croix, and you end up in Stillwater.
Yeah.
So for 2 days, we canoed for half the day, and then camped overnight somewhere, and then canoed to Stillwater. But we go through the Apple River, and for those that don't know what the Apple River is, I mentioned earlier, it's tubing and lots of drinking. We had a canoe through all these people.
Oh, while they're floating down.
While they're floating, they're literally throwing like food and like popping beer cans at us as
Okay.
we're canoeing through the Apple River.
How old are you at this time?
I was probably 14.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I learned to canoe, and because I went to camp,
Okay.
Boy Scout camp.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout.
that's so fun.
So I learned to canoe, and you had to learn all the different paddle strokes and
yeah.
how to tip your canoe and then get back in it in the water, all that sort of thing. So, life skills.
yeah. Yeah.
Also learned how to sail.
You did.
Do you know how to sail?
So again, a camp, I've sailed, but actually learn like the terms and how to do
Yeah,
the ropes and tie
I
the
can't
knots and all
remember all
that.
the
Yeah,
terms.
Yeah. I mean, I can get in a boat, I can put the thing up and find the wind.
The thing.
That's the extent, the sail.
The sail up. I have a sailboat, a very small one-person sailboat.
Okay.
And so I sail when I go to the cabin, and I love it. And I learned it from being a Boy Scout.
Well, there you go. Do you ever watch, these reality competition shows like Amazing Race or The Challenge, and they have to do any sort of paddling in the water, and they're just like,
And they can't do
they're
it.
just perplexed, like they just go in circles, or they can't figure it out.
So these are people that didn't go to camp.
Right. It just boggles me. And again, I know I've had the experience. I've been trained to know how to do it, but
Right.
it's not that hard to figure out if you
Paddle in the water in front of you, push it to your back.
Yeah. And then to go left or right, if you push harder on the left, the boat's going to go to the right.
Right. Exactly.
It's not that hard.
Unless you do the J hook.
Well, you do the J-hook, then you can, right? Yeah, then that's a whole new thing. But I just and it's also the same people who get in a car, like an Amazing Race, they have to drive, and they get a manual.
And they don't know how to drive.
They have no
Well,
idea.
okay, that does take a little bit of extra practice
It
to
does.
drive a manual stick shift.
It does.
And that was actually the first car I had. So I
too.
learned to drive
too.
a stick in downtown St. Cloud on a hill.
Nice.
That's where you really learn to figure out your pedals and not let it kill.
Yeah. My dad threw me in the car and said, go figure it out. I mean, it was in our neighborhood. I wasn't driving on streets like that, but he said, go figure it out.
So I like driving a stick. They're fun.
Yeah, me too. And that's our generation, the middle-aged
Gen X people.
Gen X people, we learned those things because we didn't really have a choice, but we learned those things, life skills.
I read a post today on Facebook, and it was asking a question. Do people back in the olden days, it said, Gen Xers really let their kids just roam free?
Yes.
To answer your Facebook post, yes.
All the time.
All day long.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just go get lost.
Yeah. And it's funny, we were talking at coffee this week with our buddy Jeff Hoxie, who was on last week.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, where's your hammer, Jeff? And we were talking about his kid. His son was out playing, and he's actually at Brian's neighbor's house, right next to our neighbor. And Jeff was like, I didn't know where he was. He just kind of just came home, whatever. And we were both like, you let your kid do that? But as soon as we said that, I'm like, well, we did that.
We did it all the time.
I mean, that's normal, right?
Yeah. So the neighbor boys had a lot of boys over, and there were balls being lobbed in our yard all night long, and kids running in to get them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
They're fun.
All right. What else you got?
So back to the sailing, what I really want to get is a catamaran.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to go a little bit bigger on what I've got and get a catamaran because they're just handle a little nicer.
Yeah.
That would be more fun. That's probably my next level.
Do you need more wind and a bigger lake for that?
Well, actually, it's weird. You don't need a bigger lake. Okay. Our lake's big enough. And the wind, my neighbor at the lake has a catamaran.
Oh, okay.
So it can be very, very light, extremely light winds. And they're out there sailing because the sail's bigger.
Right.
And it's lighter than my sailboat.
Right.
So it glides nicer. It's just like, I'm amazed.
Is my problem when I think catamaran, that when we went to Mexico last year?
Not that catamaran.
We went on an excursion for the day. We were on a catamaran that held like 30 people and had a bar and had a bathroom and had different levels.
It's not that catamaran.
Okay. See, that's what I think when I think catamaran.
Bring your expectations way down, please.
Down. All right.
Big enough, though, that the two of us and four with our wives can go on it. That's what I'd like.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes much more sense then.
Yeah.
All right.
How about extreme hiking? Would you ever do something like that?
Define extreme.
Well, okay, so they have these extreme hikes you can go on, and they really do go up elevations and mountains and stuff, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds like work.
But because that, trip, fall, die.
Yeah.
But I have climbed Harney Peak in South Dakota. So it's the tallest, I think it's the tallest peak in South Dakota.
Okay.
And when you get to the top, there's actually a ranger station at the top.
Oh,
it's amazing.
that's cool.
But it is quite the hike.
Yeah. We go visit my mom in Arizona, and we hike up a butte.
Butte is not Butte, Montana.
No.
That's Arizona.
No, a butte.
Oh, a butte.
It's Poston Butte.
What is that?
It's like it's a butte.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's smaller than a mountain and larger than a hill.
Oh, that's called a butte?
It's a butte.
I didn't know that.
It's a butte. Yes, that's as much as I'm doing. So.
Okay,
something I'd like to do, and I've partially committed to doing this year, is skydiving.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think I've talked about this earlier. One of my people that I work with, she is a skydive instructor.
Yes.
And I actually pulled her aside the other day, and I said, I'm committing to you this year. I want to do it.
Is this for something special?
No, just
to do it.
I just want to do it. I've always wanted to do it. She's very accessible because I see her every day. So the perfect person to take me skydiving. Somebody
Is
I know.
Tammy going to do it with you?
Okay, you're funny.
No?
I have not asked her, but I'm going to go with no.
Because someone has to survive?
Yeah, I think you should do it.
Well, I've done it already.
You have?
I've skydived. It was my birthday present to myself when I turned 40.
I think I remember you talking about this now. Okay. Yeah.
I went tandem.
Okay. Yeah.
And my jumper, his name was Jumpin' Joe Johnson.
Of course it was.
It was amazing, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And, I'm on the tall side of life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Age and height. Anyway, Joe was much shorter than I was.
Oh.
And when we're walking to the plane, you are kind of strapped together, so you walk together.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Okay, when we walk to the plane, let's make a spectacle of ourselves."
God.
And he said,
It's right in your wheelhouse.
"You just stand up straight he's on my back. So I stood up, his feet dangled, and I walked to the plane carrying him on my back.
Totally see that.
But then you're on the plane.
Yeah.
And you're sitting not in seats, but on a bench in a row.
Yeah.
And everyone's in front of you and they're going, right? So we're going up and it kind of go up in a spiral.
Yeah.
You know, adrenaline is huge right now. It's just really exciting, and I'm afraid of heights, but it didn't bother me one bit.
Right.
He said, okay, we're getting near the jump time. The door's open. He said, I'm going to tighten up the slack. And I thought to myself, this is already tight. He pulled another 10 to 12 inches of slack between us.
Oh, good Lord.
And I was literally sitting on him.
Yeah.
And we were tight.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wow.
But we were the last ones to jump off the plane, get to the door, and he said, I'll never forget this, it's the best line ever. Just remember, no sounds like go. And so then we dived out.
And there you go.
It was amazing.
It was fun. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. Hopefully my heart can handle it.
It can.
Okay.
Keep your mouth shut when you're going down.
Well, probably good advice.
How about theme parks? I know you love theme parks.
I love theme parks. I've huge Disney fan. I've only been to Disney World once, and I've only actually been to Hollywood Studios and the Animal Kingdom. Haven't been to the other parks, Epcot or the Magic Kingdom.
You haven't?
I've not been to those yet.
So you mean I've been to more theme parks than you?
Well, I've been to Disneyland multiple times, California Disneyland.
Okay, I've been there once.
Multiple times. My mom used to live in California when the kids were younger. Went there a bunch of
Okay.
times. And been to Universal in Hollywood a couple times, and then once in Florida.
Okay.
But would love to go back and love to spend a lot more time there.
We got to go to Epcot.
I would love to go to Epcot, yes.
I've been there and with the kids when they were young, but I wanted to, which we couldn't, drink around the world.
Right.
So you go to every country and have a drink.
Yeah. I think we totally should make an adult Disney vacation.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
Yeah, I think so.
But we went to Tower of Terror, it was called at the time when we went there. It was in Disneyland.
Okay. I think it still is because I was on it a couple years ago. And it's
I think it changed to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Did it? Must be recent.
Recent.
Yeah, it must be recent.
But anyway, we were on that ride, and I talked. Everyone in the group talked my wife into going on it, and she does not like rides.
Yeah.
And tell you when that first door opened and you dropped, she was so scared, and I didn't. No disrespect to her, but I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
And each time that the light would come on as you're going to the dark, then to the light, she was grabbing on a different part of my body, and she was trying to hold on. She hated it, by the way.
Yeah, my wife just refuses to go on any sort of rides like that. So she has a lot. She likes to do the people watching. At least that's what she tells me, or just because I dragged her there and she has nothing else to do. So,
we were there with show choir trip actually.
Oh, fun! Yeah.
And Jeff was with us.
Oh, yeah.
Had a good time, except for we went on the Star Wars ride.
Oh, the old Star Wars, not
the old one.
The old, yeah.
And it's where you have the whole video things playing at you
horrible.
and the seats move.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
By the time I got out of there, I was green and I almost lost it.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah, the new ones, the Rise of the Resistance and the Millennium Falcon, two of the best rides you could possibly ever go on.
Well, we'll see about that.
Phenomenal. What about you're a gambler?
Yeah, I gamble. I don't gamble very often.
You don't gamble very often, but you like going to Vegas, though, right?
I like the idea of Vegas.
Yeah.
But I'll be all prepared, and I got my money, and I don't mind losing it. I've already set it aside. We're good to go. I'll get up to the table. I'm going to play blackjack.
Yeah.
And then I'll stand there and just watch. And there's just that fear of sitting down and putting my money on there.
Yeah.
And you're so fast with that. Maybe it's my, poor math skills, but I can't add that fast.
Yeah.
So when I was there with you, it's definitely more comfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm just too nervous.
See, I think we did it right too because we went as a big gaggle of people, and we found a casino just off the strip that had $1 blackjack and $5 blackjack, so cheaper blackjack.
Yeah. So it was a little bit easier to play that.
And we went there like during the week when in the morning was kind of quieter, so we were able to take over a whole table, and we were there probably good 2-3 hours, just us.
And that's more fun.
That is a blast. I love doing that. When
Agree.
Everybody's there. You're just there to have fun. You don't care if somebody screws it up for the table. One of those people. Who cares? We're just there to have fun.
Right.
Yeah, so that's fun. What about like other games? Like when you go to like doing other games or slots or like?
Oh, I like craps.
I don't get craps. I mean, okay. Let me rephrase that.
You get the craps.
I don't get the game of craps in Vegas. I've played it, I've watched it, and people tell me what to do, and I throw the damn dice, and hopefully I get money. I don't,
Really?
I don't get it.
Okay, there's a very easy version of craps, and then there's the more technical in how you bet on side bets.
Yeah, I know. Don't try and explain it. We were there for an hour and a half, and I played, and I still didn't get it. So just
I got it. I love it. It's so much fun.
What about no other card games though? You're not.
Well, I was trying to do what is it, three-handed poker or something like that.
Texas Hold'em?
No, well, Texas Hold'em I'll play anytime.
Right.
If there's money involved, I'll lose.
Yeah.
If we play for no money, I'll win.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, but no matter when we play anything, if we gamble for money, I lose.
Okay, so next time we get together to play cards, we're definitely playing for money.
Because you'll win.
I win.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. What about like gambling on horses?
Okay, that's fun.
That is fun. Yeah, I agree.
We have a racetrack near us, Canterbury Downs, and I've gone a couple of times, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it is fun.
I'd love to go to the Kentucky Derby, though.
You really want to go to the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, just to be there, the nostalgia of it all.
Sure. I see about 300,000 people and go, ew.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, but look at the weird hats they're wearing.
Yeah, definitely.
And don't you think about My Fair Lady?
What's that?
You've never seen My Fair Lady?
No, I've never seen it.
Well, it's a musical.
Yeah. It's old.
It's old.
Yeah.
Katharine Hepburn.
Okay.
Katharine.
Yeah.
Yep. And anyway, she is the poor peasant flower girl, and the rich speech therapist doctor makes a bet with his buddy or whoever he is, and that he can turn her into a lady.
Oh, okay.
And then at one point, they're going to test her out in society, and they go to the horse races.
Oh.
She's gorgeous.
Right.
It's a great movie. Go see it.
Sure, sounds good.
Jerk.
I'm in.
How about race car test driving?
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah?
Never done it, but yeah, that would be fun. I could do that.
So they have an extreme experience. Providers like at supercar tracks.
Yeah, why is everything extreme? Extreme skydiving, extreme car racing, everything you're doing, extreme hiking, extreme water rafting. Why is everything?
Because that's what we got to do now. We got to be extreme.
You don't feel
extreme.
I'm sorry,
extreme.
I know you very well. You don't feel like an extreme sort of guy.
I like to underplay that.
Okay, undersell, over deliver. You're doing it the wrong way. Okay, so
but there is one in Vegas.
Yes, I have seen ads for that.
I don't know. It would be kind of fun. I'd like to try it.
That would be fun. But I think like with anything in Vegas, it's way overpriced.
Well, sure, but everything in Vegas is expensive. So
everything is expensive.
You're just going there to drop money.
Except for In-N-Out Burger on the Strip.
Oh, In-N-Out Burger.
Best place to eat, and it's like
best place
to eat, and it's cheap.
And it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah. So bourbon tour in Kentucky. We did that once.
You did that?
No, we were in Tennessee. I take it back. No, we went to Jack Daniels.
We went to Jack Daniels.
Yes.
This was the last tour before the pandemic, and before they closed
They closed everything.
Everything up.
Everything. Yeah.
We were the last tour.
Yeah.
And then, bam, pandemic.
Yeah, we were in Nashville, and they closed Nashville the day we left.
Yeah.
They closed Nashville.
Broadway Street closed.
I still remember Sunday night going to dinner, and we knew it was coming. We knew everything was getting closed, and we said, well, we're going to dinner on Sunday night. So we went to this really super popular steakhouse. We were the only ones in there.
Yeah.
In Nashville.
It was crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah.
But totally want to do the bourbon tour.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It travels around to different distilleries in Kentucky, and you taste. And I mean, you can do a shorter tour, like 8 hours, then you can do a long tour, like a week.
Ooh. Wow.
That might be a little bit much.
A
lot of drinking. Bourbon's not your thing.
I mean, it's okay, but I couldn't do a week of it.
Yeah, we can do 8 hours of it.
Well, I could do 8 hours, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Sign me up.
All right. Golfing? Are you a golfer?
Not a golfer.
Okay.
Are you a golfer?
I am a golfer. I say that knowing that I go out once a year.
Okay, so that classifies you as a golfer.
Oh, I'm totally a golfer then. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good to know. So I'm not a golfer.
So actually, I got into golf because back in my YMCA camp days, I went to golf camp for a week.
Another camp.
I know. I went to golf camp, went to horse camp, went to computer camp.
Wait. Let's back up a minute. You went to horse camp?
Went to horse camp.
You got to learn to take care of horses?
At Camp Christmas Tree. That's Circle Y.
And what did you do at horse camp?
You brushed the horses and you walked the horses and you fed the horses.
Did you get to ride the
Get
horses?
to learn how to ride the horses. Yeah, you ride them on the little pen there, little stable.
Well, you're like a real life cowboy.
You darn tootin' I am. Yeah, I went to horse camp.
That's
It
cool.
was fun. Yeah.
How about surfing? Would you ever do that?
Oh God, no.
Why not?
I have zero balance.
Okay, so stand on one foot. Let's see.
I just fell over. No.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
it's not
No, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah.
But it's not because of the balance, although granted my balance is not good.
Yeah.
But ocean, sharks,
That's right. Yeah.
bite, die.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
The oceans scare me.
Didn't we learn last week the best way to not get bit by sharks is to just not go in the ocean?
It's not on the top 10 list, so we don't have to worry about it because obviously.
Yeah.
How about in your retirement, do you want to do any woodworking?
Does that mean like building a campfire? Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, so I want to build like side tables and things, and I want to learn how to do a resin pour.
Sure.
Those things. So all the scrap wood that I'm left with, I'll give to you, and you can do the campfire.
Done. You need to speak with our daughter Nikki because Nikki does this.
She does. I didn't know that.
She does. Yes.
Okay, totally want to.
Yeah. So she's
speak with her.
she's made tables, and her house she has things she's made, and yeah, does the resin thing. Does awesome.
That's totally what I want to do.
They get these big old
Sheet of wood.
Well, yeah, it's not a sheet of wood, but where you cut and it's the log and you put legs on it. Yeah, when you get a slab of wood and you just take the wood and you put legs on it and you do the resin and all that kind of stuff and make little tables out of it.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, she does.
Especially if you get the burrowed wood that has all the different grains that move around. Yep. I want to do this woodworking in tandem with all of my art that I do because obviously, I think a few people know that I paint.
Yeah, that's very artsy fartsy.
It is. I think it's artsy.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna start small though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make cutting boards.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Concerts. You've been to a couple concerts with me.
I've been to a couple of concerts with you and without you.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But if I was to list out my concerts, if I can remember them all, I know. Well, we went to Pink.
Yes, we did.
I only have seen Pink once. You've seen them like I don't know, groupie.
That's the last 12 times she's been to Minneapolis. Yes.
Yeah. You are a groupie.
And we drove our road trip last year. The purpose of our road trip was to drive to Montana to see Pink.
To see Pink. See, you are a groupie. If you drive somewhere to see a concert.
I just thought it was cool to see her in an outdoor college stadium in the mountains.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
Cool. That was awesome.
But then we saw Def Leppard and Joan Jett together.
Yep.
I saw Bon Jovi.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was one of his newer albums.
Okay.
Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney. And if we go way, way back, I saw the Judds, Dixie Chicks, Keith Urban was pretty recent, Brooks and Dunn.
Ooh, Brooks and Dunn, Boots, Scoot, and Boogie, baby.
Yep, that's when that was live, or their hit song.
Big. Yep.
And then, of course, Prince.
Oh, yeah, you're from Minnesota. How can you not see Prince?
You didn't see Prince.
Yes, multiple times. And did you ever do an after concert at Paisley Park?
I've never been to Paisley Park.
Oh, I've done the after concert.
Okay.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun.
How about you? What did you see?
Well, obviously Pink, Def Leppard. Seen Bare Naked Ladies a few times. Seen Kiss a couple times. Not a huge Kiss fan, I decided. I like their hits.
Yeah, their hits are good.
I like their hits, and they claim to be the loudest band in rock and roll, and they are the loudest band in rock and roll. Where it gets so loud, where it's at the point where you're wearing earplugs, right? Right, yeah. And you're still I still got the vibration, I couldn't see, it was so loud, it hurt. I literally walked out, it was just too much for me.
I think that's why I have hearing loss.
Probably Kiss concerts.
Yeah. Kiss concerts. No, I've never been to a Kiss concert, but that's why I have hearing loss.
It's crazy. Blue Man Group.
Okay, but that's not a.
That is a rock show.
It is a rock show.
So
I have not seen them.
Okay, so I'm going to say it is a rock show because yes, it's Blue Man Group. You've seen them on TV, but half the show is they play music, and it's rock music and it's loud and it's fun.
I want to go.
So next time we go to Vegas, we're going to a Blue Man Group show.
So we have a lot of trips we have to plan.
Yeah. And I'm surprised in all of your listings you didn't mention Garth Brooks.
Well, okay, I didn't see Garth Brooks.
You never saw Garth Brooks in concert?
We had tickets. I had tickets, and we were ready to go. This is in the 80s, late 80s.
Yeah.
And I went to work that day, and wear my cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Had the tickets. My wife she was home to let the plumber in, and then she was going to meet me and pick me up from work, and we would go to the concert. Well, what happens that particular day, I fall ill. I mean,
really?
deathly ill. I collapsed at work, passed out from the pain I was having in my gut. and they rushed me to the hospital.
You were that excited to go see Garth. You got stomach pains.
And I had pancreatitis and had gallstones.
Oh, good Lord. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
So the doctor told me that, any longer and I would have died.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm glad you went to the doctor, not the concert.
So my wife ended up giving the tickets to the plumber.
Oh, God.
And I never got to see Garth Brooks.
Now, see, a smart man would have written a nice little letter to Garth Brooks to say, I would have loved to come see you, but instead I was having my life saved because I had gallstones. Oh, funny.
Yeah.
So travel, we obviously did a whole podcast on traveling, but are there any other places that you would like to go that we really didn't talk about?
Oh, well, we talked about a few of them, but I really want to go to Ireland and those northern countries.
I do too. I think that would be fun.
Now, don't get me wrong. I want to go to Aruba and I want to go to Jamaica. And we want to take me to Bermuda.
Bahama.
I want to go to those places too because they're warm and gorgeous and lay on the beach and I love it.
Yeah.
But there's so much more. Well, I don't know if there's probably history in all places, but I just feel a connection to Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah. So I went to Germany in high school, and I would love to go back now, a little more older, a little wiser. I would love to take in that culture again.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know now.
Because it's different now.
It's totally different now.
Yeah.
But even at 17, I mean, I thought we were there for 2 weeks. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I want to go to Germany.
Yeah, I would love to go back.
Now, does it count if when I was flying to Rome, we had to lay over in Frankfurt?
No.
Because I didn't leave the airport?
No, airports don't count.
Oh, so then I wasn't in Germany, but I was sort of in Germany.
Dude, every airport looks the same. I'm sorry, but...
No, the Frankfurt airport doesn't look the same.
Yeah, it looks like every other freaking airport you've ever seen. Don't even try and tell me it doesn't. If it does, you are a liar. But funny, I think travel does seem to be something you do as you get older in life.
I think it does. But I think
Why
you
is
just
that?
have more time and quote unquote more money, I hope.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess, now that I say it out loud, you're right. You have a lot more time you're trying to fill the gaps with.
Yeah.
And you're right. You have a little more money in your life, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
I'd like to go back to Italy.
Yeah.
But this time, if I do go, I want to learn some more Italian.
Okay.
And so that I would like to actually live in Tuscany for a while.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
That's all the Italian. Ciao.
Spaghetti.
Right. Yeah. So you said you like to learn a little more Italian. I mean, did you learn some when you went to Italy?
We did learn some,
Okay.
kind of a little bit of the lingo, how to communicate, and real quick,
Sure.
things like that.
Yeah.
But that's all left to me.
So I took German in high school before I knew I was going to Germany. So I was in year 3 of German class when I went to Germany. So I had a very good working knowledge.
Okay, good. So you did know
I did
kind
know
of what was going on.
But honestly, I'd really like to learn Spanish.
you would?
just-
Well, you could talk to half the people in the United States.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just think the way that our world is going now, I think that would be the best language to learn to be able to communicate better with people.
It is the most widely spoken language.
Yeah. Plus, I feel awkward always having my ear, my headphones in and holding my phone up to people when I talk to them. That's
It's a little intrusive.
It's not a great way to start a conversation.
You're speaking this phone.
Oh, you're speaking Spanish. Un momento. Here's my phone.
I took French class in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
And has that served you well in life?
I can count to 10. And I can tell you that this is la table.
Yeah. French are into French cuisine is very popular, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Have you ever taken a cooking class?
I haven't taken a cooking class. I'd love to take more cooking classes, but my wonderful wife, Amy, did once give me a chocolate making class.
Was that a cooking class?
Okay, I guess, but you don't actually cook it, you melt it.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it was for an anniversary gift, and she called around and she found a small chocolatier who was willing to show us and teach us.
Oh, cool.
It was called Chocolate Celeste
Okay.
in Minneapolis. And we were able to go in on a Saturday, and she was there making chocolates, and she talked us through the whole process. We helped her make the chocolates, how to dip them, and how to, put the little decals on them, and actually made chocolates for her shop.
Nice. That's very cool.
It was very, very,
Very
cool.
cool. Yeah. I did a cooking class once. It was fun. We made some sort of 3-course meal, and it was really good, and it was exciting. But I don't know if I'd want to do it on a regular basis. I mean, it was fun, but
I like it.
Been there, done that. One thing I did once that was really, really fun. I did an art class once.
You did? With who?
With you.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yes, that was fun.
Was it fun?
It was. I had a great time. I know you were stressed the entire time, but we had a great time.
Well, for quite a while, I used to teach the wine and paint classes.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're fun. You know, I have a good time doing them.
Right.
It's a little bit of a stress, because you got a lot of people who have varying levels.
Yeah.
And positivity wins out every time.
Absolutely. And they're relying on you. So I can see that's a little bit of stress. Yeah.
How about, would you ever buy a convertible?
Oh, yeah.
What's the convertible you want?
Well, I would get, so growing up in my 20s, I had a Jeep Wrangler.
Okay.
I would love to get a Wrangler again.
Okay.
I think that would be a fun weekend vehicle on a nice summer day. Just pop in the Jeep, throw the top down or off or whatever you want to do, take the doors off and just hit it.
That would be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Growing up, I always wanted a Corvette.
Okay.
But
okay.
that's changed now in mine.
Okay.
Later.
What do you want now?
Years. A Mustang.
Okay.
Mustang convertible.
Okay. Why the Mustang now?
It's a sexy muscle car.
It is.
Come on.
Yeah.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, would you ever write a book in your retirement?
Well, I'd have to read a book in order to write a book. So.
Oh, come on. No. We know you've read at least one.
I'm just not a huge reader. I mean, yes, I read all the Harry Potter books.
I did too.
Yeah. Those are fascinating.
I do like that sort of entertainment.
But it took me forever just because, I think my problem is when I start to read, first off, my eyes are not the best and I get tired.
Then take a nap.
Well, okay, but then you can't. Then I'm very methodical. I have to finish a chapter.
Oh, no.
I'm one of those people. I can't stop in the middle. I have to get to the end.
I'm reading a book right now that I read when I'm at the cabin, and I read one page and I get tired, and I put my bookmark in and I take a nap.
I can't do that. I do the same thing with TV. Drives my wife nuts because we're watching a show and it's like we got half an hour. We're both kind of tired. Like we're ready to go to bed. She's like, you want to start something else? I'm like, they're all hour shows. I'm like, no, they're hour shows. She's like, you can watch half of a show. I'm like, no, I can't.
You got to watch the whole show.
Watch the whole show.
Well, getting back to the book writing, I am writing a cookbook right now. I am.
Oh, that's exciting. What are you cookbooking about?
So I thought of this idea. My wife and I thought of this idea about writing a book of all of our favorite recipes to give to our kids for like a holiday.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, this book started years ago, and they've not received it yet.
I say you're not ruining any surprises right now, are you?
No, they all know about it.
Right.
But yeah, it's still in progress.
Okay.
And so we are writing it, and you have to make the recipes, take a photograph, and all that sort of thing. And it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But hopefully someday it'll get done.
Yeah, cool. So this November for Thanksgiving, we're going to see my mom who lives in Arizona, and we decided this trip that we're going to take an overnight trip, and go to the Grand Canyon.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
You haven't?
No, and she lives so close to it. I'm like, why don't we do that? So we're going to do that.
Oh, it's amazing.
So you've been there, I take it.
I have been there. Have you ever wanted to extreme hike to the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Extreme everything. At this point in my life, no.
So I looked into it. I really wanted to do it years ago, and now my knee isn't the greatest anymore, but I think I could train.
Okay.
But you hike down, and it's about a 4 to 6 hour hike to get down.
Okay.
And then, given the daylight issues, you actually stay overnight at a place called Phantom Ranch.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
And it's like dormitory style.
Yeah.
And then you basically stay there a night or two, and you hike back out. It takes about 6 to 10 hours to hike out.
There's the problem right there, the back up.
Come on, it's cool.
I can hike down, no problem. It's the hike back up.
I once they took Google Maps and followed the trail down just to look at it. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's pretty close to Albuquerque, right?
A state away.
Because they have hot air balloon festival there. I've always kind of wanted to go see.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to that. I think it's in October, isn't it?
Is it? I'm not sure. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah, you ever been on a hot air balloon?
I've never been on one.
Really? I've been on.
There is a height issue.
There is that.
So,
I keep forgetting about that.
I don't know if you've seen me in those situations, but I do kind of crouch down and like fetal position because it's too scary.
Yeah. And hot air balloons it's definitely different. I've done twice now. And we actually, back in the day, had a spring green balloon, and they came to Waconia.
Really?
Yeah. So they were out here, and we just found a farm and asked, hey, can we launch a balloon? Sure. Launched a balloon, flew right over Waconia, flew right over the lake, and then landed in a farm somewhere on the other side of Highway 7.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool. It was fun, but it's definitely a different experience because it goes just however the wind goes. So
right. So you have to have somebody driving, following you.
But like you pull the little thing to do the fire, and it's loud to get the heat.
Is it really?
And then they just control the heat, the up and down, and the wind just takes you. And you're just hanging out there. Like you have no control. You control the up and the down.
Wow.
That's it. So
you make it sound like I really want to go on a balloon ride.
You don't want to go on a balloon ride.
Okay.
But I thought it was obvious.
Check that one off the list.
I thought it was awesome. So,
would you ever, again, extreme hike, up a volcano, climb up a volcano to see lava?
Is it active?
Well, you can't see lava if it's not active.
I don't think I'd hike up the active volcano to go see the lava. Now, from a distance, I think that'd be cool to see. Like, I know there's an active one right now in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun to kind of watch the lava, just lava along. But
Did you ever see that documentary, The Volcano?
I did not.
Rescue from Wakari?
No.
So, true story.
Okay.
People were hiking out on this volcano, and it's actual tours go out there. Well, it's in New Zealand, I believe. It erupts.
Oh.
And seriously, the whole documentary is about how to save these people, and some were just burned alive. And so,
Oh. No.
I'll never climb a volcano.
Yeah. So you want to ask me again if I want to do that? I'm still going to say no. No, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
Doesn't sound like fun.
All right. So that's how you make a living list.
Yes, that's a great list.
Yes, there's a lot here that we can do to really make our middle age more fun and exciting, don't you think?
If we accomplish only a few of these, our list is going to be great. That's going to be a great life.
Absolutely it is. Yep.
In fact, we are living a pretty great life right now.
I would agree. Mm-hmm.
But doing a few of these things could make it a pretty interesting book, don't you think?
Yep, for sure. For sure.
The book you're going to write?
Yep.
The last thing we want to mention is that we and Oh and One More Thing show will be going on a short hiatus just for a few weeks.
What?
I know.
I'm not going to see you for a few weeks?
You will still see me. We have coffee together.
Oh, God, don't scare me like that.
We'll be writing some new content and taking a much-needed summer vacation.
Yes, we will. Yep. So please keep listening to the previous shows. Tell your friends, and coming on August 28th, we'll release our 14th episode, the first one of season 2. I'm so excited.
So watch the socials at Oh and One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news on the next show. And if you have any show ideas, send us an email at ohandonemorethingpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh, and one more thing. Make a point to live life to the fullest. Look for the fun in every situation and get out there. Make it happen.
Yeah, that'll be great. We'll see you again in August.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm holding back tears. I miss you already.